The hip-hop world is in shock. Grammy-nominated musician John Forté, best known for his close collaboration with the Fugees, has been found dead. He was only 50 years old. According to the Associated Press, John Forté was discovered unresponsive in his home in Chilmark, Massachusetts. Police stated that there were no signs of foul play and that no readily apparent cause of death has been determined at this time. The investigation is ongoing. The news has left many asking questions. Who was John Forté really? Why was he considered by so many fans to be one of the most underrated artists of his generation? And how did a man who helped shape one of the greatest hip-hop albums of all time suddenly disappear from the public eye for years? Before we continue, take a moment to subscribe to the channel and like the video. It helps more than you might think and allows us to keep bringing you stories like this. John Forté was born in New York City, a place where hip-hop isn't just music, but culture and history. From an early age, he stood out not only as a rapper, but as a songwriter, producer, and creative mind. His name became forever linked to one iconic project, The Score. Released by the Fugees, The Score is still regarded as one of the most influential hip-hop albums of all time. It sold millions of copies and reshaped the sound of the genre, blending hip-hop with soul, reggae, and socially conscious themes. Behind the scenes, Forté played a crucial role, working closely with Lauryn Hill, Wyclef Jean, and Pras. While others stood in the spotlight, John Forté often remained in the background. That was where he thrived. His lyrics were introspective and poetic, his approach thoughtful rather than flashy. He was never chasing trends. He was chasing truth. After the success of the Fugees, Forté chose a different path than most artists. Instead of leaning into fame, he focused on personal expression. He released solo projects such as Poli-Sci and later I, John, albums that pushed beyond traditional hip-hop boundaries. His sound blended hip-hop with folk guitars, soul melodies, and rock influences. It wasn't designed for the charts. It was designed to be felt. Fans saw him as an artist's artist, someone who made music for listeners, not algorithms. Then, in the year 2000, everything changed. John Forté was arrested at Newark International Airport on drug possession and trafficking charges. The sentence shocked everyone, 14 years in prison. For his fans, it was almost impossible to process. For his family, it was devastating. And for Forté himself, it marked a sudden fall from a life of creativity into one defined by confinement and silence. Many believed his career was over, but after 7 years behind bars, something unexpected happened. His sentence was commuted by George W. Bush, granting him an early release and a second chance. When John Forté returned to society, he didn't simply pick up where he left off. He returned changed. He spoke openly about his time in prison, about accountability, loss, and the psychological weight of incarceration. More importantly, he became an outspoken advocate for criminal justice reform. Through documentaries, interviews, and public appearances, Forté shared his story to highlight the flaws of the system and the importance of rehabilitation over punishment. His life became proof that one mistake does not have to define an entire future. He showed that even after the hardest setbacks, it is possible to rebuild, to grow, and to create meaning again. John Forté is survived by his wife, photographer Lara Fuller, and their 2 children. He was never the loudest voice in hip-hop. He was never the biggest star. But to many, he was one of the most honest, a man of depth and contradictions, an artist shaped by struggle and reflection. His life was filled with highs and lows, but his legacy lives on in the music, in the words, and in the culture he quietly helped shape. Rest in peace, John Forté.